Hello, my friend, and welcome to Pro Wrestling Daily. My name is Aaron Machbitz. Let's talk about Triple H. This current era of WWE is just not very good. And mostly to blame for that is Triple H, who's the head of creative and makes most of the decisions when it comes to Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown. Of course, TKO will kind of put their hands in there and change some things up like we saw with WrestleMania and Pat McAfee and things of that nature. But most day-to-day creative decisions are done by Triple H. And before every PLE, he says, this is going to be a new era. This is going to change the game. And it doesn't. It just underdelivers. Now, of course, in his time in this role, Triple H has obviously produced some really good things. The WWE roster is extremely talented. NXT brings up really good stars. There's some stuff happening that WWE could capitalize on, but they're just writing really bad television, and it's not compelling. And TKO has made everything commercialized, very greedy, and doesn't feel like WWE. And Triple H has a lot to do with that. And then Triple H goes on record and says some more dumb shit that puts his foot back in his mouth over and over again. Recently, Triple H said that basically wrestling fans shouldn't have an opinion. As someone told LeBron James, he should just shut up and dribble. That's basically what Triple H is telling WWE fans. Just shut up and be happy. Shut up and be happy. Don't complain about stuff. Just watch the show, pay for the overpriced tickets, and never say a word. Now, he's got more to say, kind of extending off that sort of framework. So Triple H, for some very fucking weird reason, wishes wrestling fans would put their passion for WWE into talent rather than putting the blame on the writers. So here's a quote from Triple H. Let me read it to you from Busted Open Radio, which is now essentially a WWE program. I wish sometimes we could put that passion into the talent now, as opposed to when somebody gets heat in our business, it's like, God, why would they write that way? As opposed to that no good piece of crap did this. There's something to saying that innocence of not knowing and still being real to me, damn it. But it is what it is. I love that. I love the hate. I love the love. It's all passion for what we do. It's still real to me, damn it. But go watch season 4, season 3 of WWE Unreal, where we show you behind the scenes how we make the sausage. And so now why would you? Why would you care about the wrestlers or the talent when you know they're just following the rules of what the writers wrote them? So why, if they don't like the story, if they don't think the story is compelling or good or fires them up, or they want to give an emotional investment to the story, why would they blame the talent when they actually like the talent? Because most of the talent is really good. Most of the talent is really good. Now, of course, I have some critiques with some of the talent about how they perform inside the ring. I think fundamentals and basics could be a little bit better, but we live in a sort of a social media TikTok era where highlight views are going to be more important than kind of the crisp basics, so they think. But you can't put together a match or have a long career if you're not good at the basics. So I understand that. That's a sort of tangent for another time. But why would we blame that guy? We like that guy. I'm going to blame the person that wrote the story for him, which is the writers. Now, Triple H is basically again saying, shut up and dribble. So don't have any opinions. Don't have any critiques about my product. I'm putting out the best product in the world. And have that passion. Keep that passion. But don't blame the writers. Don't blame the writers. Don't be mad at the writers. Just switch that passion to excitement and move it towards the talent. Well, you showed everyone how the fucking sausage was made, Triple H. You gave WWE Unreal. The people can only do the it's still real to me, damn it, when you're not showing them behind the curtain every half a second from a WWE Netflix documentary. Why would they? It just doesn't make any sense to me. These things don't make sense to Triple H, and there's literally no reason for him to say this. No reason for him to say this. Stop talking about the fans in a negative light. Stop telling fans what they should or shouldn't do. Stop telling fans that this is how they're supposed to react to stuff and they should react in this way. You have no business, zero. There's no money that can be made in WWE without the fan base. And you should start treating them a little bit more respectfully and intelligently rather than telling them what to do all the time. They're going to blame the writers because you told them how the sausage was made. They're going to blame the writers because you showed them. The writers write the scripts, the WWE performers go out and do the thing. So why would they be mad at the talent? Why would they give the passion to the talent when they think the story is dog shit? And who wrote the story? Triple H and the writing team. So of course that's who they're going to blame. but now you're telling them not to. I love the hate. I love the love. It's all passion for what we do. Yes, you have some very, 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 very lifelong, passionate WWE fans who will be WWE fans until they die. That is me. I've been a WWE fan since I was 12 years old. I'm going to watch it with my son and my next son, and we're going to watch it for the rest of our lives. And don't tell me that I cannot critique the product because what you're putting out right now, Triple H, is dog shit. And then you go on a radio show and tell fans that they shouldn't comment about the dog shit television that you're producing, and they shouldn't blame the writers, even though the writers produce the show, write the show, and then the talent goes out and performs it. But we shouldn't blame the writers. We should just put the passion towards loving the talent, and then we should just shut up and dribble because this is a new era. This is the best WWE has ever seen, and everything is great. Fuck off. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing that you're so media trained, Triple H, and you still go on a radio show and say garbage like this. Say garbage like wrestling fans don't need to have opinions. Garbage like they shouldn't put the hate towards the writers. They should just put the passion towards the wrestlers, and they should still feel like it's real, even though I'm going to show them behind the scenes documentaries of everything that happens, and I'm going to tell them how the sausage is made, but then they should not believe how the sausage is made and then ignore all that and just watch the show and never say a word and always be happy all the time and spend thousands and thousands of dollars on ads and tickets and commercials and it all be bullshit and never say a word and be happy. That's what Triple H wants, and it's ridiculous, and it's getting out of hand, and fans are noticing, and hopefully at some point, it wrecks WWE's money, and so they make a switch, they make a change, and they go back to focusing on what the fans want and need, because there is no business, there's no money, if there are no fans that show up to the shows. That just is what it is, and WWE needs to start to recognize that, or they're in a real bad, tough spot. That's what I think. Triple H, be quiet. Be quiet and do your job. And do a better job than you're doing right now, or you're going to keep losing fans to AEW. And thank God AEW is also really bad at writing television, and their matches are way too long, and there's no congruency, and there's no story, and there's no investment. Thank God for that, or most WWE fans would leave. But at least there's competition on both regards, and both AEW and WWE could better, and hopefully they both iron sharpens iron at this point, because that's what needs to happen. But that's what I think. I went on a little bit of a rant there. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Then like the video. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Lots of love. Cheers.